What is up, guys? Any tier, anime familia, however you want to identify me as, they're the channel name or what people usually call me. But yeah, this is gonna be a brief little review for Kamen Rider Gotchard, episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we went back to where we were in the original story regarding Sabosuke. I think that's how the little kid that befriended him called him, identified him as. Um, and we got to learn some interesting things even afterwards. The biggest thing I will say is that I feel like there's two major plot importance that was shown in these few episodes. Number one, we discovered our very first level 10 Kemi. This is one that doesn't have a certain set of numbers which you need to pair up with something else. This doesn't work as a pair. At least I'm assuming it does. It doesn't. Because this one is a full level 10. So what I want to know is, do you just need this one card and then you henshin? Or do you get another level 10 and you go from going to level 10 to level 20? I'm not entirely sure how that works. Of course, you guys don't need to tell me. I'll figure that out as I continue the series further. But yeah, that for me was one of the biggest highlights of the episodes I reacted to. Excuse me. Got the sniffles out of nowhere. Yeah, and shockingly enough, we were introduced to a couple new characters, ones that were investigating particularly it seems like Otaro. Like they don't like the way he conducts himself in battle, or the Kemis, saying like the way how he's befriending them is like unethical maybe, or not, like it's not something that an alchemist in their eyes should do. But realistically though, it doesn't really matter what they think. As long as he's getting the job done, honestly, isn't that all that matters? So he ends up getting judged, like criticized and downright just frowned upon for the way how he handles himself with the Kemis. Turns out though, we also discovered there was a mole within the organization, and it really did not take long at all for us to discover the mole. It turns out it was the assistant that was with the inspector. At least that's how it was revealed toward the end of episode 11. Now, is she really the mole? Honestly, I don't know. Because the way how she was, the way how she revealed herself to be like the main perpetrator was, honestly, it was a little, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a bit too easy. Sorry, my light moved. It was way too easy. Like it literally took no time at all for them to discover it was her. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is a trick. This is all a ploy in order to hide or to further hide the identity of the real mole. Now, again, this is my guess. I don't know if this is for certain. For all we know, this chick could actually be the legitimate mole. But it was just, for me, it's never that easy. At least to me personally, discovering an enemy, especially when they're meant to be considered someone of deception, hiding their identities until the right moment. Usually scenarios like this don't happen till later on. So I'm not 100% convinced this is actually the real mole, but just something to help us distract us from the real mole. Again, this is just my interpretation. For all we know, this is 100% the mole, and it was just that easy. But even then, a lot of things, honestly, the biggest highlight, the gravy, the meat, I guess you would say, out of these episodes. Those sissies, yes, Omen Child, Mrs. Strong, and used to be Mrs. Fine until I discovered how she really looked like. Um, they are now creating their own driver, and has successfully like they invented their own one, and it seems like it's successful. Now, who will be the wielder of said driver? We don't know. Well, I don't know for that matter. You guys probably already know by now. I'm just concerned. Is it wrong for me to think that it'd be too easy just to make one of the three sisters, one of the three I had four fingers up for a second, but three sisters as the main driver holder? I honestly think it's going to be Rennie. The way how the little Omen child is always like bugging her, trying to befriend her. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the heck that kid's angle. She keeps talking to Rennie in several circumstances, trying to garner her attention. She says she wants to play, but honestly, what is she really after? Because she keeps talking to Rennie like she's trying to win something over her, or try to get her to do something. I don't know. All I know is she's after Rennie. And to me personally, I think that helps me suspect enough that Rennie is going to be the new driver, like the holder of the new driver they invented. Now, is Rennie going to be in their side if she ends up accepting said driver? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she will, just so she can, you know. In every Kamen Rider series, we always have more Kamen Riders. It's never really one. There is a main one, but it's not always just one. So that leads me to believe that we're gonna discover something interesting. Again, assuming that Rennie is gonna be the holder of that driver. But also, little Omen Child Kid did say that the father was still alive. Or she had like a play on words and said like, what if I told you if your dad's still alive? Would you play with me if I confirmed that? Now, the kid could just be playing games, which was wrong. But for the sake of the plot, it wouldn't make sense to just throw that out there randomly. So, if the father is alive, what does that mean? Why has he been gone all this time when he should know for a fact that her daughter, like Rennie, has been missing him, and she believed he's been dead for the longest time? There's a couple things you can do with this. There's a couple outcomes to this. I think that the father could potentially still be alive. However, is he fully aware of his action? Meaning, I think he could be under control. He's being held hostage. Or there's a deeper meaning to it. As for what it may be, I don't know that yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. But these episodes really did give a lot of hints to what's going on, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm intrigued. I am in 100% intrigued on what's currently taking place in the story right now, and can't wait to see what they do with it. But yeah, you guys honestly let me know what did you thought when you found out, well, allegedly found out that the father could still potentially be alive. Now, does that directly mean that they have him within their grasp? Not necessarily. Maybe he escaped. Maybe he's somewhere hidden that even they don't know, but at least they can confirm that they weren't the ones that killed him. If Rennie is saying that her father died because they murdered him. So, that's the case. That makes things a whole lot more interesting. And that could even spell out as to why little Omen Child is going after Rennie, or at least she's trying to do something with her. I just don't know what she's trying to do yet and what's the purpose of it. But other than that though, guys, that's it for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts relating to these episodes in the comment section down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you find yourself coming to this channel often. Okay. Anyway, peace. I'm out.